It's the 16th of April 2022. It's the first 10 PM close at Blackpool Pleasure Beach in 2022, and we're queuing on the path. I think it's a sign of how busy it's going to be. Today I am joined by Dan, the former Big One Ride Up. Good to see you. Last time you were here it was snowing.
Yeah, second time.
Yeah, it's going to be busy today, mate.
Yeah, I hope so. Actually.
Yeah, same. It should be. It's Easter Saturday.
It'd be good to see it busy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hello again.
Hello again.
Back again for another day.
Another day.
Going to be a bit busier than yesterday.
Yeah, also it should be a good atmosphere. Always is on Easter Saturday, so you'll get us some good rides and have a good day.
What's the plan today then?
Avalanche first.
Avalanche first.
Next streak.
Next streak.
Blue Flyer.
Yep.
Steeple.
Yep. Rev.
Don't know, you know. Depends. Might be Infusion, you know, because Infusion after that.
Dan's grimacing at the idea of Infusion straight away.
Tyson Fury the ride.
Looking forward to getting back on the Nash.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And the big one.
Yeah.
That'll be my first time this year. So.
Oh yeah, of course, because it wasn't snowed off. It just wasn't ready at that point in time.
Going on,
all 10 coasters, we're going to do it. Do you reckon?
I think so.
Yeah, I do as well. Good stuff. Right. Well, see how today goes, but I think it's definitely going to be a very, very busy day at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Here we are then in the queue for Avalanche first, 10 to 10. Let us in nice and early, Dan.
Yep, they have.
40-minute wait now.
40-minute wait, yeah.
But better than the 2-hour wait that it'd be if we do this at like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it will be, yeah.
Definitely. Are you looking forward to the best Mack bobsleigh coaster?
Well, I'm not at Heidi Park, am I?
This one's the best one.
It's not though, is it?
It is. I mean, they're not great coasters, any of them, let's be fair.
They're not, no. But it's the second best.
Second best?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not having it. Have you done any of the others?
No, I haven't.
No. So it's the best one by default for you then?
For me, yeah.
There we go, right, you're in the minority there, mate, sorry.
Two against one.
Two against one, yes. Yeah, I deliberately knew Dan hadn't done one other than this, so yeah, sorry mate, you've been outvoted.
Yeah.
You just have to go on the Alpine Rally instead.
Yeah, right, yeah. Will it open at 15 PM again?
What, like yesterday?
Yeah.
I don't think it's been open yet this season, actually.
I don't think it has,
Something
to be
I need
honest.
to get my little Charlie on it at some point.
Yeah, I don't think it's been open though, has it?
No. So yeah, we are almost first in the queue for Avalanche.
Door of Doom.
Door of Doom is closed for now, but it looks like it'll be on 2 trains when it opens, so get on early and then
Get on to next street.
Yeah, next street, one of Dan's favourites.
Yeah.
So,
second best Woody.
what are you expecting from the Nash then? I know we're queuing for Avalanche.
From what I've heard.
Yeah. We've hyped it a little bit too much, maybe.
Although I'm not liking that close side today.
No, I think it's to stop us lot like loitering by it for 2 hours, waiting for it to open at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you liked it anyway though, last year.
I didn't have a problem with it, mate.
Yeah.
I just think people are getting a bit soft.
Fair enough. Like us.
like us.
Doing it like very, very rarely that we were doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, sounds like Big One's on 2 trains. You'll be especially happy about that, Dan.
Yeah, mate.
Good stuff. Right, well, I guess we'll see everyone after we've done Avalanche. Well, this is an Avalanche.
It's not, no.
Avalanche after us standing for 40 minutes. Yeah.
Not opening on time.
No. So, we've come to Nickelodeon Streak, and actually, we may have made a mistake because this actually now opens at 10 o'clock and not 10:30.
I know, but sometimes when you go to Avalanche at 10:30, it's still got an hour's queue, hasn't it? So
yeah, that's true.
Whether you take the risk or not. I don't think this is bad now for the street still.
No, we'll get on this and then go and check the status with Avalanche, but I don't think any of us would lose any sleep if we don't get on it today. No. But yeah, we didn't want to sort of say, oh yeah, well we went on Avalanche when we didn't. We've got to be honest about these things, so unfortunately didn't get on Avalanche, but onto Nickelodeon Streak, which to be fair is a better ride, and we'll be on it nice and quick.
Yeah, I was hoping to see these now.
Yeah, because the big boards in the National Station have gone now. But yeah, it's immersive this.
It is.
Immersive. Dan's thinking about going on the log flume there.
No.
Later on.
No.
Get mildly moist. Mark's job.
Yeah. If the Arrow one was here, then yeah, but not this one.
How was Roller?
Very good.
Very good indeed.
Yeah, airtime machine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Second best woody for you, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Third best, I think.
What do you put second?
National after first. It's got to be Dipper. Dipper, then Streak.
No, I'm not having it, mate.
Hey, look, it's just had a little rollback. Theme of the week, that.
I'd say nothing yet.
No, we'll come to that later. Log flume?
No, I'll give it a miss today. It's not warm enough.
No, yeah, right.
Sure.
Not warm enough.
No.
No, of course not. We need Mike here for these moments, but then again, Mike doesn't go on it either.
No, he doesn't.
Unless there's a crowd.
Yeah. Opening weekend and closing weekend only.
The coldest 2 days of the year, Mike goes on it. 30-degree heat. Nah, I'm all good. I'm all good. I was roller.
Good, you know.
Yeah.
Time machine. I
It
enjoyed
is.
it. I really enjoyed it. It's good coaster.
Definitely. Right, where next?
Blue Flyer.
Blue Flyer. Right, let's go. So next up, it's Blue Flyer, and there's a couple of Pleasure Beach fans on it as well. Of course, if you've never been to Pleasure Beach before, this is the smallest roller coaster here, but it's a great one for any families with small children. Next up then, it's going to be the Revolution. We're currently in the queue line, looking down on the big one's queue, which is already nice and busy. But that, guys, is why we don't do big one first, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come and do things with a lesser queue first and then worry about the queue movers later on. I'm knackered from these stairs. Why do you make us come on this every time?
It's the second best steel coaster here.
You know what? Could be right with that, you know.
Fair enough. I wasn't sure what you'd think of that. Second best Steely then, according to Dan. You're not so sure yet?
Oh no, I enjoy Rev.
Still enjoy the steps.
I don't enjoy the steps, and I think you've got to appreciate Rev for what it is.
Yeah.
And realistically, I don't know how long it's got left, you know.
No, I agree with that.
You know, and you've got to appreciate what it did for Pleasure Beach when it was opening. You've got to enjoy it while it's here, but it's still a good fun coaster.
Yeah, definitely. I believe you got some. You reckon so?
Done, what, 10 years ago?
Yeah, something like that. You worked on this, didn't you? At one point. Yeah. Got it going again, 2012.
Yeah, after the refurb, yeah.
Yeah.
Brought it back to life.
You enjoy working on this as much as big one, or?
It was good, but nothing tops working on the big one.
No, nothing. A classic experience.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is pretty much where the rev queue starts, so I'm sure we'll be on it in, what, 10 minutes at most?
At most.
Yeah, at most, and then after that it's Mark's favourite, Steeplechase. He loves it, Dan. Absolutely loves it. And then Skyforce, another one of your favourites.
I am not doing Skyfall.
Yeah, right. I think we should do it, Dan. You need to experience it.
No.
You don't have to spin, you control it yourself.
I'm good, mate.
You're good?
Yeah, no. Flat rides.
Something worth noting when you do come to Blackpool Pleasure Beach on a 10 o'clock close and the fireworks are scheduled to be on, quite a lot of the roller coasters, especially on the south side of the Pleasure Beach, do close at 9 o'clock, or in some cases they will actually close earlier so that the queue lines are all cleared in time for the fireworks beginning at around 10 PM. So just something that's worth knowing if you do come to Blackpool Pleasure Beach on a 10 o'clock close when the fireworks are on. Here we are in the queue for Steeplechase then. There's a bit of a debate going off camera, so Dan quite likes this Arrow masterpiece.
Yeah, mate.
Not even been on it and he's loading it.
Mark's saying it's the worst coaster here and I'm not having none of it.
I'd have to agree with him, I'm afraid.
Infusion's got that time.
thought I'd make my first appearance on camera today. We've taken a break from the roller coasters because we've got a couple of debates to iron out, so Pleasure Beach Express is always a good place to come and have a good chat about everything. We've got a little bit of a disagreement going on about Steeplechase and also the best roller coaster in the UK, steel roller coaster, so I'm going to let Mark and Dan have that conversation in a minute. But firstly, I thought I'd give my review on Steeplechase because I'll be behind the camera while they're having their chat. In the nicest possible way, it's the worst roller coaster at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. There's just nothing good about it at all, and honestly would not be disappointed if it was replaced for something else.
I can't disagree with that. I don't want an indoor coaster either.
No.
You know, and I don't...
It'd be a great place for something else, another outdoor coaster, even if it's single rail RMC.
Yeah, but you think about it, like, that is a massive area.
It does look massive. It is. You've been up on the big one, Break Run. You must know it's a big area.
I think it's classy. It's one of those new Pleasure Beach classics.
A new Pleasure Beach?
Yeah, the Rev is in that category as well. Some things here are just, they're set. That's one.
I wish it wasn't set. I wish it was like easy mixed concrete that never set. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing good about it. You know, you go up a lift hill and then you throw your body one way, then the other way going around the corner. It's just uncomfortable, and I just don't think it's a great ride, to be honest with you. And the throughputs on it are terrible. It's like Dan dispatching big one, honestly.
I was the fastest dispatcher in the West, mate.
In the far west at Portaventura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly. He makes Dragon Khan look fast, I'm telling you.
Come for a nice day out here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Woke up 4 o'clock this morning.
And all I've had is abuse.
Abuse. Sorry, mate.
Nah, it's alright.
So you like Steeplechase, obviously,
Yeah.
so you want to see it stay in.
It's got good interactions through the roller coaster, over the maze, through Infusion. Through Icon. It's just you going on about Infusion, you've got it on the brain. You get your friends on it, it's a good laugh, it's a good crack.
You like it then, yeah. And well, we know what me and you think about it.
It's classic steel horse.
No, it's
Classic steel horse.
it's not very thrilling, to be honest with you, at all.
Wrong tune special, mate.
Hello. Couple of yobbos from Top Thrill Tourists are shouting and bawling at us.
Who's top thrill tourist anyway?
I don't know. Insignificant channel.
Yeah, something like that.
2 lap special.
2 lap special, yeah, exactly. They'll know exactly what you mean. Couple of yobbos.
Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Terrible people. Can't believe that you might be going to America with us now. Can't be having that.
The thing is though, right, cars look at going abroad means that literally nothing is open.
No, we don't want that.
Exactly. Just leave him behind.
Yeah, we'll leave him at Chicago Airport. He'll miss the coach.
Yeah.
And then what we'll make sure that, just for Emma's sake, is that we can't have him filming the floors in America.
No, exactly. It'd be a waste of time.
What's the point of doing a Cedar Point vlog and just filming the floor?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, next point. Dan believes that this roller coaster here is, of course, the best in the UK, and well, I agree.
Well, yeah. It's been the best steel coaster since 1994.
I mean, it was the best coaster in 1994. There's no doubt about it. But then Stealth came along and just knocked it off its perch, because Stealth is just fun, enjoyable. It's got great acceleration. What more could you want from a coaster?
Yeah, it is great. Too short.
It's just too short.
I think Big One's better than Stealth, but I do really like Stealth as well, as I've said many a time.
Yeah,
I have no problem with Stealth. It's probably the second best steel coaster. The big one's obviously.
Fair enough. So what, bit of a recap then, what have we done so far? We didn't do Avalanche. Does that mean we're not going on? Nick Street, Blue Flyer.
Steeple and Rev.
Not bad really. Pleasure Beach Express.
Yeah, exactly.
And a tunnel.
He's a dark ride.
Dark ride experience on the Pleasure Beach Express.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's actually picking you up all right there. There we go. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and Here we are, back out the other side of the tunnel. As you can see, according to Dan, that Steeplechase is interacting with Infusion net.
I can feel the pain from here.
What, a Big Dipper? No, it needs to be like that. Infusion, smooth as silk today. It's going to be smooth as silk, I tell you.
Tyson.
What's going to happen if he gets beat next week? It's going to be Dylan White, the ride.
Yeah.
Infusion's better than Steeplechase. I've not even been on Infusion yet, and I'm calling it now.
Agreed. Honestly, I'd sooner lap Infusion all day than I would Steeplechase.
No chance.
Looks like Icon is actually on free trains.
Yeah.
Just about seeing to the workshop over there. Oh well, so much for yesterday's filming where we turned around and said that never going to be on free trains again.
I know.
Oh well.
Here they are on free trains.
Nice to be wrong about that, actually.
No, I'd agree. I mean, if we're looking at that, it's a big queue as well for Icon.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that the crowds are coming in. Big queue there for Infusion. Just shows how popular it is.
Oh, don't start with that.
Yeah.
It's just like the Nemesis, you know.
It is exactly like the Nemesis.
Inferno knows better.
Yeah.
What, the Nemesis?
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Well, speaking facts,
True story, that one.
True story.
So, talking of Icon, doing Enzo today?
Yes.
Yeah.
I reckon we'll do it like later on, 8 o'clock, half 8 time.
Yeah, sounds good.
Get in the queue, give it a go at night. I think it'd be alright, you know. It's half as good as we go on our own though, obviously, for a good spin.
It's much better on your own rather than doing it in a two.
Yeah, agreed.
You gonna give Enzo a go, Dan?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Good stuff.
That's a good thing about it. So.
Anyway, we'll leave it there for now, and we'll pick up when we go to the next ride.
Surprised you're not filming the floor, mate, to be
For
honest.
once, Carl is not filming the floor. Bunch of yobbos there, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Security not doing the job, clearly.
I can't believe they let him in, to be
No,
honest.
I can't.
I thought they were on the ban list.
Yeah, I did. Need to be moved on.
Yeah, agreed.
Everybody, don't subscribe to Top Thrill Tourist because this is what you'll see. Top class filming from Carl Prescott. There we go. Only on Top Thrill Tourist.
The only channel where you'll ever see what the floors are like in theme parks.
Exactly, it should be called like Floor Thrill Tourist or something like that. Or Top Floors Tourists. They do a good.
Like an upmarket carpet shop.
Yeah, yeah, they could do promotional work for carpet stores, definitely. Oh, we are so getting cancelled by Carl and Emma, aren't we?
Yeah, agreed.
Oh well, we mean well, really.
Oh well, anyway.
Anyway, moving on. Subscribe to Top Thrill Tourists for classic floor footage. Here we are in the Grand National queue. When it opened at 12 o'clock, it was queuing back to pretty much where the Wild Mouse used to be. But the queue has shortened now. We've been out of the park for some dinner at Bentley's. Always the best place to eat in Blackpool, Bentley's, isn't it?
Agreed. Fantastic fish and chips.
Yeah, 5-minute walk from the Pleasure Beach. Great service, great prices, great food.
Yeah, quick service as well.
Yeah.
So it is a highly recommended.
Excited to be back on the Nash again.
Yeah, it might be a 2-lap specialist, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
One each side.
One each side, just to make sure both are as good as yesterday.
Yes. Can't wait. Honestly, so much better than it was. So much better.
Yeah. So in the Grand National Station there is of course 2 queue lines. You've got left side and the right side. The problem is there is nobody queuing on the left side and everybody is queuing on the right side, which can cause confusion because earlier on the queue was literally like back there somewhere, but everyone was queuing on the right side. So I think it'd be great if the Pleasure Beach could bring back some sort of queue pens outside of here, just to make it a little bit easier for people queuing up for the Grand National, which I'm sure these guys do agree with, because that's why we swerved it, wasn't it, to start with?
They do need to bring it back both sides. I think it just make it clearer to everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, 4 trains. Let's see how long it takes from here. I don't think it'll be too bad. 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most. Well, that's what the papers say about the Grand National. But what does Dan say after a 2-lap special?
Oh, excellent, excellent. The work that structures have done over the winter has been phenomenal to the ride. I did have a problem with it anyway, but you can notice the difference in how much smoother it is. It's pushing the big one, I think, for #1 coaster.
And I never thought you'd say that here.
I know. Right, I mean, I've not done the big one yet, so, but yeah, it is pushing it. It is pushing it.
I asked Mark the same yesterday.
Yeah.
Would you say any more of it needs done, or would you just leave it as it is for now? What would you do with it if you were sort of working here in instructors, making decisions?
I think the first drop I would do.
Yeah.
The first drop, Beaches Brook as well.
Yeah.
The top. Needs redoing. Other than that, I don't really have a problem with it.
No.
I haven't got a problem.
And like we said about the station, that's the only thing that I think we'd all agreed on that when we were off camera as well, that there's one thing that we'd really change about it now is the station and the setup and just the confusion with the queuing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have pens put out like they used to be.
Yeah.
The metal pens and a divider where the pavement used to be.
Yeah.
So you've got two clear sets of queues.
You're still thinking it's the best ride here after what you said yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way it's running now, it is better than Big One for me. Big One's phenomenal still, but the amount of like airtime and the fun and enjoyment you can have on that, incredible. It is so good, so good.
We've come to a conclusion that one side's better than the other as well, haven't we?
Yeah, so when you go in the station, the one on the right hand side is the right hand side one.
Left hand side that we did last.
Left hand side, yeah, is significantly more.
It just seems to have
for
more airtime for some reason.
Yeah, even though it's exactly the same, you just seem to get more ejector on it.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, what's the plan? Big Dipper?
Big Dipper.
And then, as Dan calls it, Tyson Fury of the ride, Infusion.
Yeah.
Someone's reminiscing here about log flumes. You miss it?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I do as well, it was ace. But we've got a great coaster here in Infusion, haven't we? Better than Steeplechase.
It's not even the best SLC in the country, is it?
Well, no, to be fair. Odyssey's better. Hugh Marley, yes or no?
I don't rate it.
You don't rate it?
No, mate. Especially it's a one-train embarrassment, isn't it?
It usually is, to be fair. It is. I don't think it's been on 2 trains since 2006.
No, I've never seen it on 2, I don't think.
No. Odyssey's your favourite.
Yeah.
And once again, I don't agree.
Infusion.
Infusion, all about Infusion.
Best SLC in the country.
What about in the world, as Clarkson would say? In the world.
In the world. Yeah, probably.
Odyssey.
You've been eating too many dodgy meat pies, mate.
Those Wigan kebabs have sorted you out in the wrong way.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not as bad as what everyone says.
It's worse.
It's not.
I don't like this walking backwards. There we go. Can we stop now?
Yeah. It's not the worst, and it's probably not the best either.
No. It's better than Wallaby Hollands.
Yeah.
Not really requires any effort to be better than that.
Better than the one at Heidi Park as well.
That wasn't too bad.
Not as good as this though.
No, of course not.
That had new wheels on it, so that really impacted your decision on it.
Yeah, you've been on it before that, haven't you?
Yeah, it was dreadful.
I think this one better than it had on the
Yeah. Classic Arrow there.
Arrow, human greatness.
Anyway, let's see how Infusion goes. The queue is not too bad, to be honest. there in the distance is Mikhail. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. Visions by Mikhail, one of the best theme park photographers you'll see. There we are in the infusion shop.
Yep.
You can now infusion, grab and go some sweets. How was the ride?
I didn't mind it. Thought it was all right. You know, so I think it's running better than it's ever have. It really is running well today. It was running well a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why he's laughing. You know what I mean? I'm only speaking facts.
It's awful. It's awful. It's rough. It's jolting. No, sorry.
It's smooth at the front.
Yeah, it was lovely and smooth. Honestly, it was like a B&M, it was that smooth.
The nemesis.
Like the Nemesis, was it?
Yeah, just like the Nemesis.
Yeah, but this isn't being retracked.
I know, it doesn't need it, that's why.
Do you believe him?
No, it's awful.
Do you believe Dan?
No.
No, I don't.
No.
I think it's all for the camera,
Yeah,
mate.
it's all for effect, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's asked us on the exit ramp.
I'm
Can we
going to
have...
go and find some sedative.
Dan wants a re-ride, I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard.
Re-ride.
I'm not riding it again this year. I've made it mine.
That's probably won't come again this year.
Oh, anyway, what we're doing now?
Big one.
Big one. Rather than going to the big one, we've come to Icon for the time being because it's 3:30, and that means that shortly the big one will be having what's known as a wheel check. Now I could explain that, but I know someone who's better to explain that. Go on.
They basically halfway through the day just check all the wheels, like the motors for the anti-roll backs.
Yeah.
Just checking for any wear, any blown tyres, and they'll get changed, and then they'll carry on.
Twice a day on a 10 o'clock close, I think.
Yeah, there'll be one later on this evening as well.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, because it closes at 9, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you're missing an hour.
Good opening times on Icon as well.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's open through the night. That's proper late night riding, that is.
Yeah.
Ride it through the fireworks and everything. Never going to be on free trains again this, but it's on free trains today.
I know, it was wrong, weren't we?
Getting everything wrong with Icon at the minute.
He's getting everything wrong today.
Terrible.
Terrible.
You know what, fair play. Fair
Yeah.
play, they've probably calculated the number of Enzo tickets
Yeah,
that they're likely to sell on a day like this and thought, you know what, we can throw it on 3.
it is needed.
Yeah, I mean, the queue's like out the gate. It'll be 30 minutes, I would imagine, from here.
Yeah, it won't be too bad. We're going to do Enzo later, and probably front row this time.
Yeah, front row and then Enzo row.
Sounds good. There we go then, Icon. This is the Enzo Train. Once again, as we kept seeing yesterday, people are doing Enzo, but this queue has been so slow compared to yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether the free trains are affecting it, you know, but it seems so much slower compared to yesterday.
It's odd, isn't it? 'Cause yesterday 2 trains and it flew, but today it's just felt like really slow.
Well, like yesterday was what,
25 minutes at most.
This, I don't know. Wait,
I don't know if it's because we're all knackered, mate, but
40 minutes it's been.
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Wow. And yeah, like we say, it's on 3 trains. Yesterday, 2 trains, and we would have been on it by now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit strange.
It is very, very strange. I don't know what's happened, to be honest with you, but normally you'd expect it to eat the queue, but we've only queued from the gate 40 minutes.
Still quite a bit of the way to go.
I bet we're at least another 10-15 minutes from here, you know.
Strangest thing is, I reckon this might be the longest queue that we stand in all day, and yet, imagine that, if queue a couple of years ago, 3 trains on Icon, that would have never been the case. So I'm not sure what's going on. It might be a lot of, I don't know, there's only 1 train with Enzo, so the Enzo ones are slow.
Yeah, they are. You can tell when it's the Enzo one, for whatever reason it is a slower dispatch, but they all seem a little maybe it's because it's the first time it's been on 3.
Yeah, there is that. I mean, you can clearly see that the staff are doing the restraints quickly and everything, so
yeah,
maybe people are faffing in the station, putting the stuff on the other side and that.
Maybe. As I say, I don't know what it is though. It's just
Enzo's definitely contributing though, because I think it's the slowest one to be dispatched every
we
time.
noticed that yesterday.
Yeah.
Every time it was an Enzo train, it was a slower dispatch compared to the normal train. Maybe it's additional checks that they need to do on it before they can send it. I don't know.
Not sure, mate, not sure. But hopefully, won't take much longer from here, but I think it might do. So we've been on Icon, and I think that's the first time ever that I've queued an hour for Icon. Just weird. I want to make it very clear that I don't believe that it was the staff's fault that the queue took an hour. I think that it's partly and mostly down to the e-ticket scanning, because when you get into the station, there's literally like 3 or 4 or 5 air gates empty, because the way that it's now designed, the scanner's just a little bit further back than where the main queue goes in. So you've got Speedy Pass and the main queue kind of meeting together before the scanner. So there's a bit of a confusion of who should be going, and as a result everyone's a little bit hesitant, so that when you get into the e-ticket scanning, the station's clearing because everyone's getting on the train, but then no one scanned their e-tickets. So you've got an empty station and an empty train waiting to be loaded. So that's my observation from the 5-10 minutes that we were in the station. But honestly, that's the most tedious queue for Icon that we've ever waited in. And like I say, it's not the staff's fault. I just think that people are a little bit slow with e-ticket scanning, and it goes back to the old point that we've made a million times. Get rid of e-ticket scanning. It slows operations down, slows the queues down, and it just gets annoying for people who, alright, we come here a lot, we can come on Icon again with our season passes, but people who haven't got season passes might not come here very often. They might come here once and think, bloody hell, that queue for Icon took forever. Whereas you think about things that are traditionally a bit slower to queue for, Steeplechase, Rev, Fusion, we got on them so much quicker than Icon, and that is just unheard of, especially as it's on free trains. But again, I'm not blaming the staff in any way here, because they are doing the lap bar check so quickly, and they are completely blameless here. It's nothing to do with the staff. I just want to make that clear. I just think that there's maybe a little bit of an infrastructure problem with the Icon station, which is causing a bit of faff in terms of the trains being loaded. That's just my opinion on it. Like I say, 2 trains yesterday, no issues. Strangely, 3 trains today, massive faff, and I just don't know why. It's just really weird. Anyway, the ride itself, really good. Really enjoyed it as always. Front row on Icon, excellent, and the fact that we didn't have to wait in the front row queue and we just walked straight on it, that was a bit of a bonus. But again, that wouldn't normally happen with an empty station. But yeah, there we go. Was it just me? No.
That was tedious. So tedious. I don't know what it is. They say they're actually an empty station, and I think because people have waited an hour, then they weren't thought, you know what, I'm not waiting for front row, I'll just jump in wherever. You know what I mean? And that's probably why the front row queue was empty as well. They thought, I've waited long enough, I'm not waiting any longer in that station, because I don't know what it was. It's like there was no issues yesterday, and like you say, maybe it is because Speedy come in and there's no one saying who should be where, and he's like the main queue thought, no, I'll just let them come through.
Yeah.
You know, like a give way in a road type thing, and we're giving way, and if there's loads of Speedy then piling through, it's probably why we didn't move.
Yeah, I think so. Say, Icon on free trains, traditionally, is a right queue mover.
It reminded me of, like, I think it was just not long after it opened, it went down to 1 train that one day.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And it just didn't move, and it felt like that. It felt like it was on 1 train.
Yeah,
That's
it did.
how slow it was going. It was literally like you're waiting over and over again. And I mean, the ride was fantastic. I really enjoyed it on the front row. Loads of airtime. I just think maybe they could implement it a little bit better at the station. Maybe on Icon, they just move the scanner further back, and then they know that people are coming through are on Speedy.
Yeah.
And then just let the normal queue go in, type of thing. Maybe that's something that they may think about, because I'll be honest, on a busy day like this, I might give it a miss, you know.
I've got to be honest, on the next late night riding, if Icon's queues like that again, I just won't go on it.
No, I won't. I'll be like, you know what, I'll give it a miss. I'm not waiting an hour in it.
No, maybe it's one of those that we... Well, actually, no, I don't want to come to it first, because Icon's not great in the morning.
No, exactly. It'd just be one of them, like, No, I'll just leave it out for today.
It'll be archived under not doing on a busy day like Avalanche.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just, literally, I don't know. It was night and day difference compared to yesterday. Because yesterday we had no issues. It was like, oh, 20 minutes, I'll deal with that. And I honestly thought it was going to be the same again.
Yeah.
I'll happily wait 20 minutes, but for whatever reason, we didn't move.
No, and Enzo, full every time again.
I don't think I've seen it go round empty. That's a whole hour of seeing it go round with somebody on it, and they're still queuing in the station for it.
Yeah.
It's not like it's one and then 5 minutes later the next person's they're waiting in the queue for it. So it's a good sign that it's popular.
It's a bit bright here, so I'll keep this nice and quick, but this is perhaps a sign of how quiet Pleasure Beach is compared to other Easter late night ridings or just other late night ridings in general. At what, 5 o'clock? This is where the big ones queue starts, so it has been a little bit quieter than expected, but at least it's not dead. That's the main thing, because it could have been.
Yeah, it could have been. It's still a good atmosphere.
Oh, it's a very good atmosphere, definitely. It's just quieter than I expected today, which I'm not complaining about.
No, it's been warm as well, so...
Very warm.
You know, but hopefully it'll pick up towards the later ones of the year.
Hang on a minute, mate, I'm blinded.
You're right there.
Blinded by the light, mate.
Blinded by the light?
Yeah.
You've seen the light that the big one is still the best ride in the country?
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It is, yeah. I don't think Mark agrees with you, like, but we'll see.
What do you expect?
he's just ignoring us.
Yeah.
He's concentrating on Wiggins' match.
He obviously likes 30-second thrills.
Does what he needs to.
Just anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's all right. No.
That lateral movement as you come into the mid-course is it's just very strange. I mean, I've only been on it twice at the back, so
it does you do get more used to it. I will say that.
I want to go on the front, obviously, and see what it feels like from there. And yeah, see how it goes.
Fair dues, fair dues.
Shut, mate.
After a little bit of confusion with the booking app for Enzo, me and Mark have managed to book it, and Mark's got his countdown there. Once it focuses camera, come on, do the honours. There we go. So he's counting down. So you got an hour to wait, which will take us till about 9:10.
Yeah.
So looking forward to a ride on Enzo in the dark.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be good, you know. Really looking forward to it, see what it's like at night. Hopefully you'll get some good spins on it.
With the train lights on as well.
With the train lights on as well.
Yeah, so that'll probably be the last ride we get on today, with the fireworks starting. Well, we'll probably be on one of the last trains of Icon, I would imagine.
You'd have thought so. Definitely one of the last trains on Enzo.
Yeah, the aim is to be on it by ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah, agreed.
Let's see if that'll be allowed, because like I say, we're going to be cutting it fine for the fireworks for them, but hopefully we'll be able to do it on our own.
Yep, hopefully.
What's the plan now then, in the next hour?
National big one.
National big one, and warm up somehow.
Yes.
Okay, here we are in the Enzo queue, which has got 4 or 5 people in front of us, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, and we are probably going to be the last 2 on it today.
I think so, by the looks of it, because they are stopping people coming in unless you've already booked it, but I would imagine that we are the last 2 on the order.
Looking forward to this in the dark?
Yeah, can't wait for it, you know. I hope I get a really good spin.
Yeah, I am hoping they'll let us go on it solo, but I'm really not sure.
I think they will.
You think they will?
Yeah.
You've got faith?
I've got faith that they'll allow us to do it solo.
So it's nearly 9:15 now. Think the fireworks will be on time?
No.
No, I don't either.
I reckon sometime just about 10:15, I would imagine.
Enzo, we've done it.
In the dark.
In the dark. Right, we'll start with, should we start with the good or the bad? Should we save the good for last?
I'll let you discuss, but for me,
great.
For me, the Icon staff in that station are making the best of the situation, because it's tough in there. When we raised it like a while ago, we said, you know, what's going to happen when it comes towards the end of the day, regardless of whether fireworks are on a late night riding, how's it going to work? Because, you know, it's every other train, or every third train as it was today, we're on 3 trains, and they're making the best of that situation. But you know what? Fair play to them, because you know it is tough for them, and they've got a tough job, you know. But they handled it all right with us. They did. They handled it all right, and you know, I've got to commend them on that. They really looked after us at the end.
If it wasn't for the Icon staff, we'd have ended the day on a very sour note, because as we arrived in the Enzo queue, we were due to go on at 9:10. We got to you going on at 9:30, and we're told that we'd probably not be allowed on because Icon was closing, and that we'd be refunded with a priority pass but not refunded for Enzo. So we had a little moan about that, and then the staff totally realised that that was not acceptable, but then they'd let everyone else go on their own, but weren't going to let us go on their own. Now everybody knows that Enzo is not very good unless you're going on your own, so we had to sort of protest over that. But again, if it wasn't for the Icon staff, we'd not be very happy, but they made sure that we got to do it on our own, like everybody else has done today.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's customer service at the end of the day. They realise, you know what, we'll run it as it is, and they made the best of a bad situation. And you know what, they've worked down hard in that station today. I can imagine how tough it's been for them. You know, because when we was in there, I think at least on 2 occasions in that 20 minutes alone, somebody jumped on the Enzo train, and then they had to kick them off because it just was just in a normal queue to then get the Enzo people on it.
Well, at one point they'd actually loaded the train, done the belts, fastened it, they'd all got the thumbs up, and then it came over the radio.
Yeah.
Those 2 people sat in Enzo have not paid.
Yeah.
And then they had to be taken out, moved on. So I just feel so sorry for the staff. I think we literally sat in the park 2 months ago and said the staff are going to have a massive headache with it, and today has proven that they have.
It is. I think. I don't know what I reckon. For me now, what needs to happen is they need to get without the scanner for the normal queue.
Yeah.
And move it down to the bottom end just to speed it.
It brings back the same old point. E-ticket scanning needs to go. It causes more problems than it saves.
It does, but they're still going to have a ticket or something, or give you a wristband like as per Cedar Point. If you've got VIP speeder, 2 colours of wristband, there you go, on you go, and then you don't need to need it. It's only Enzo or something like that has it, because it's tough for them to manage that queue, manage on then who's going on Enzo. They've got it really hard at the moment.
Agreed. I don't think it's fair on them. I really don't.
It's not fair. I hope the Pleasure Beach reviews how Enzo's been today, and to see what improvements they can make on it. Because obviously they now put the door in anyway, so they've realised that, you know, we can improve this, and maybe look at it now and think, what can we do to improve it further?
Next question. Fireworks at Pleasure Beach. More trouble than the worth, because they've had to close some rides early. They've closed the big one queue at 8:30. They've closed Big Dipper at a similar time, according to other people. Don't know that for myself for definite, but we literally saw Big One close at 8:30. To be fair, they reopened the queue for 10 minutes.
Yep.
But you wouldn't have this without fireworks being here. No fireworks, no issues like this.
No issues in relation to Big One. dipper. I think there won't be any issues with that. They still have the same issue though with Icon.
Oh, definitely.
And that's where they need to look at it, you know, and you know our feelings on fireworks. I'd sooner the rides be open till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But and obviously that would then save any issues with closing it early and monitoring how many people do it, how big that queue is. I wouldn't imagine even at like 9:30, we're probably only us few in it.
Yeah.
Day one queue. So it wouldn't take them that long anyway. So, but I say it wouldn't change the Icon situation.
No, I agree, and I think like the staff were saying, a cut-off needs to be in place. I think.
Yeah. 7:30 maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how they monitor it. I really don't. Maybe it needs to. The countdown thing maybe needs to go, and it maybe just needs to be a time slot.
Yeah. And then you can only sell so many per.
Yeah, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
A bit like a scare maze in, like, say, Fort Park, even if they do keep selling it, even when it's sold out. But I think in this case, have a time slot, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, that's it. There's so many times you have to go in between that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
A bit like how Black Mirror worked.
Yes.
When Black Mirror was on a time slot on it, because it was literally you had to be there. I think it gave you like an hour or so, and you had to be there within that hour, and that's how they'd have to work it. I think it'd help big ones. It helped Icon staff out tremendously because you know, see. If they don't, and it's a 10 o'clock close, I suppose there'll be less pressure on them to make sure that it was closed at a certain time. It would just be.
You jump in it then.
Oh yeah, good job there's no clowns around, I tell you. But it would just mean that they'd be working till maybe 11 o'clock at night, just sending one person around on Enzo to get everything in. And again, I don't think that's really fair on them either.
No, agreed. I just think it's something that'll definitely need looked at, especially when you get to the likes of July and August. Anyway, otherwise, how would you say the day's gone, and how was Enzo in the dark?
Enzo in the dark was incredible. You know, going round, I didn't stop spinning on it. I think that's the best go of Enzo I've had. It's better than the ones that we had in the daytime. But realistically, I just didn't stop spinning.
No.
And the back was launched basically at the start. Definitely had a backwards launch on the second one. It is a very, very good addition to the park.
So, I didn't want to answer this question when we did it on the preview event because I didn't think it was fair. You know what I'm going to ask, don't you? Was it worth your £15?
I'd do it again.
Yeah, I would.
I'd do it again. I mean, I wouldn't do it every single time. And I think it's wrong to say, like, is it worth £15? Because £15 means totally different to everybody.
Yeah.
You've got to work it out for yourself whether you think it's worth it or not. It is a tremendous experience. I will do it again. It won't be every time, but I will do it again this season at least once. And you know, I think it's a fantastic addition.
So, just picking up from what Mark was saying, Enzo, probably the best go of Enzo yet so far. Really, really good. Would I do it every visit? No. Would I do it again? No, definitely, but I can't justify it every visit. I really can't. I mean, I've said it before and say it again. It's a lot of money for one go on a roller coaster. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? That is up to every individual to decide. The biggest thing here is the station needs sorted out in terms of how it was done tonight, because nearly not getting on it after paying for it was really frustrating. And for somebody that perhaps suffers with anxiety, perhaps a lot worse than I do, that would have really, really put them in an awkward position. So it's just maybe something that where you've got to have a time slot and not a countdown. I think that's the best way to do it. In terms of the day overall, it's not been perfect, but it has been good, and I think that's probably the best way to put it. Overall, very, very good day at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Can't wait for the next 10 o'clock close, but what I will say is, when it's fireworks, I'm not going to bother, because when you've got rides like the big one closing at 8:30, it's not what I'm here for on late night riding. I want to go on big one at 10 o'clock. I want to be able to go on it when it starts, enjoy it when the lights are on, and just that's what Blackpool Pleasure Beach is about for me. It's not about fireworks. If you want to watch fireworks, watch them in November on Bonfire Night, not on an amusement park in April. It's just not for me really, but I know a lot of people like it, so that's fair enough, but I think for me, from now on, it'll be the 10 o'clock close. It will be when it's a 10 o'clock close, not a 8:30 close. That's the way I'm going to look at it. But all in all, great day. Big shout out to the Icon staff. You proper smashed it today. Many thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video. If I don't mention this, I'm going to get in trouble. A big shout out to the park rangers for keeping the park clean. There we go, I remembered it at last. Many thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video.